All right, welcome back. This is M-Dog, and we are actually doing another episode here of our leveling series in Fishing Planet. Oh, what did we always call? Oh, Fishing Planet Fridays, right? So I did want to take a minute, and I've been meaning to do this, and I'm going to try to do this at the beginning of my next RF4 video as well, because I think these folks who are current members of our YouTube channel here at M-Dog Gaming, they are probably split between more Russian Fishing 4 players and Fishing Planet players, but I just want to really express my gratitude for your support. I'm constantly amazed at this community's support as a part of both games. Of course, the majority of my time is spent over in RF4, but it's always a delight to interact with people, even here in the Fishing Planet community as well. So I just want to say to the recent members who've joined the channel, and I just unlocked this option not that long ago, and didn't know what the reception would be like, but I've just been really thankful. So thank you to Koga, Uberk, Mike, Canadian, Aaron, and Kyle. I'm just saying first names or the way the names show up here in the membership list, but those are all recent folks who have joined the channel, and I just really appreciate the support. So I wanted to say that first off. Secondly, although I keep having these episodes that are coming out on every Friday, behind the scenes here, a lot of them were recorded previously. In fact, this is the first episode I've recorded in quite a while, although, especially here in lower level content, it's just not as important in Fishing Planet for it to be timely, especially with the lower level content. But if you are a member, as these folks that I've just mentioned know, you are able to access the content as soon as it's recorded and updated, and you don't have to wait on the schedule of release, the release schedule. So anyway, I want to at least do one more episode because I talked a lot in this leveling series about wanting to get to the Netherlands and try out another feeder fishing map, and that's kind of where we are. We'll see past this. I mean, the logical next step would frankly be to the Everglades to fish for bass. And although I would kind of like to do that, I also have been interested lately, and this often happens after a leveling series has been going a little while, I've been interested lately in getting back on my main account. And if we want to show off the Everglades and give tips for the Everglades, or just have an episode experiencing bass fishing or whatever, to do that from the main account and not stick with the leveling series too long. So, I'm certainly open to feedback. I know that for some of you, you've enjoyed this series. But it's also nice to make progress on my main account. To be honest, I've really not played my main account since a lot of the changes in Fishing Planet have been implemented. A lot of the missions and quests and monster fish and all that stuff just weren't there the little bit of time I played Fishing Planet years ago. So we'll see what I decide to do. But let's go ahead and jump into the Netherlands here. So I actually thought what would be fun, we're going to go ahead and purchase the license and go ahead and travel there. What I actually thought would be fun is frankly, is actually just to focus on, to begin with here, at least trying to catch some bream. I love catching bream in RF4. It's one of the things, especially early on, I think that I was kind of known for. I'm not sure if that's really the case anymore, but I used to just spend a lot of time back in the glory days of bream fishing at both Oldberg and Volkov. So I thought it'd be fun here at the Netherlands. I think the first map where you can really focus bream and have the opportunity to catch some really nice ones, trophy and beyond. So let's see what that is like. Again, because I haven't played Fishing Planet that much, but back in the day when I did play it some, bottom fishing wasn't even a thing back then. So there's a lot of experiences that I just haven't had. So I'm not sure where the best spot. I do have a coordinate that we can check out for bream. And we're not going to worry about any of the missions or anything right now. So the spot that I had listed was minus 437. So it looks like that's going to be down at the other travel point. And then 106. So it's going to be somewhere down here. Let's go ahead and get one ready to put. What did we say? Minus 437, which is around there. And then 106 is going to be just out a little bit. So this is a, this is actually not that far away from shore. And it doesn't have to be exact. So around here is a bream spot. So let's just go try that out. But I think we do need to move to this one. And am I looking the right direction to look right here? I believe so. Let's pull up the map, make sure. Yeah, we are in fact. So let's go see what we've got down here. We've got two bottom rods. I should have probably brought the float rod as the third rod. I have no sort of idea what the bite rate will be like here. But I think we actually have our spinning set up as our third rod if we need that. And the other thing I didn't do that I kind of wish I had now that I'm thinking about it is I did not bring any ground bait, which, or at least I don't think I did. I certainly didn't look into bream specific. So that might have been worthwhile too. Maybe it's something we can pull up and see if it's available in this store that's here on the map, but I don't know. Is it just me, or can we not go any further? Oh, there it is. There's the mark. All right, so there it is. And let's just poke our head in the store real quick. Do they have ground bait stuff here? Because there is some like specific bream ground bait, right? Or am I remembering wrong? I don't see any. Do we have anything? Well, first of all, do we have the feeders with us? So we don't. We have enough spots that we could purchase the feeders. Do I have any? Yeah, I don't. I don't have any ground bait. So let's just for now try this without. We're gonna try two things here. The first hook, we've got a size 4 hook with castor maggots. And let's just get this right out there. I really don't know, the size of our gear and everything. Is it the right size? I mean, we'll find out. The second one, we have 4 hook with wax worms on there. So couple different setups. I certainly think feeder fishing like this, a little higher level place than the initial one, we would probably be better off with some kind of ground bait to increase the bite rate and that kind of stuff. So we'll see how this goes. I'm also just gonna cast out a narrow spoon and see if we can do anything with this. I don't even know what fish species we're likely to catch here on a spoon like this, but we'll just cast it out while we're waiting for a minute to see if we're going to get any bream bite. Well, we did get something. So you got to figure there's going to be what? Perch. What else would we catch? That looks like a perch. Alright, we'll keep that. Let's see. Weather-wise, yeah, we're good. I mean, this is a decent time. Fish species, bream. Does it say anything about nighttime? It doesn't. It might not be a thing. Oh, it does say come closer to the shore at nighttime. But we're not right next to the shore currently, so we might still be okay. Pretty deep out there. We'll start it a little sooner, see if we can keep it off the bottom. Looks like we did not. At least not fully. Wonder if 4 is a little bit on the large side of hooks for bream. In this game, going this long without a bite on these feeders certainly makes me think that we're not doing something right. Or not doing it ideally. Let's see what I can see really quick here. Yeah, it seems like daytime is okay according to this guide. Cloudy is fine. The time of day we're fishing should be fine. Are any different baits recommended? Oh, peas. I bet we don't have peas. Regular maggots. We do have regular maggots. I don't think we have bought any night crawlers yet, though I do think we have access to them. Waxworms, castor maggots, that's what we're using. So we should be good. Do they happen to sell peas here? You would think of anywhere. Although peas might be a much higher level, actually. I don't remember seeing... Oh, they sell night crawlers here. We could use night crawlers. Just depends on if there's other things that are likely to come in on the night crawlers. But we could try that. We could also switch one to maggots. We could change the hook size. It's just a little concerning. Why don't we... I mean, it really... The only times it doesn't look like they're very active is like the middle part of the day. But on a fishing day like this with this weather forecast, that should work fine. That should work fine. Common roach. You can get unique roach. That's kind of cool. Perch goes up to trophy. Oh, eyed. That's another fish that we potentially could catch on spinner. On spin fishing. Of course, pike. Oh, zander. That's probably at night though, right? I mean, just like bream, I kind of think of zander as more nighttime. Yeah, I know ground bait might help, but I don't really think it would be all or nothing. But I could be wrong. We definitely need to figure something out. I like what the elevation is doing. It really makes reeling this lure in a little different than what you're used to. This can be another perch, right? Just based on the size, I'm guessing. Yeah. So it kind of seems like perch on spin, at least, is all we're catching down here. Right now, at least. Okay, let's see here. What do we got? Uh-oh. Finally. This seems small, doesn't it? That's a roach. It is a trophy roach, though. Ooh, okay. Did something change? Like, all of a sudden we're... catching a few fish. Alright, I'd say... this is a good bit larger. So... probably bream? Yeah, that looks like a bream, doesn't it? So what is this fish gonna be worth? Trophy common bream. 175. Nice. Yeah, I just pulled up just another random video that came up, and someone is actually fishing for bream down around this same spot. So, and it does look like they're using size 4 hooks, and it looks to me like they were actually kind of like right here, and perhaps casting slightly right and slightly closer than our spot. I don't know that that's a big deal. Maybe if we catch another fish, maybe we'll slightly just move them. But so we have a trophy roach and a trophy bream. Off to a good start. Although this, again, this is just sort of like, it's as fun, and you know, you can explore the map and do more bottom fishing here, more like what seems like more traditionally European style fishing. But so far, at least, we're not making anywhere near the money we were making at certainly at New York. And we were really doing well back at Colorado as well. And I'm sure that at the Everglades, it's even better, as good, if not better. This is another bream, I think. He actually ran on us there at the end. All right, we did get him turned around. Let's see if we can get this fish in without losing the other one, perhaps. I just want to see what size bream this is, because this setup, I think, is a little weaker than the other one. So this might just be another trophy. Yes, it is another trophy. 242, a little bigger trophy though, I think. All right, let's check on this one. All right, looks like we caught a roach this time. I mean, there may be something else. The last small fish we had in this spot was roach. That doesn't look like a roach though, does it? Maybe a little goby or something? Yeah. 11 buckaroos. Are we still making money based on the cost of bait with that little fish? I think so. Much smaller margin though. Okay, so we'll cast out here. Oh, I meant to put that. Oh, I wanted to change it to. Oh, that is size 4 hooks. Never mind. We do have size 4. The only thing that would be better, and I don't know that we have these anyway, but to be able to do barbless size 4 hooks would kind of be the ideal here. And we'll just go a little bit closer and slightly to the right on the wax worms. So there we go. See if we can catch at least a couple more fish here. I don't know if we want to. Is there anything else we actually want to target besides the bream? I kind of wanted to just stick to bream unless we're not catching them good, but we've caught some other random stuff as well. There really aren't that many fish species here. When we kind of looked at what they have, the zander would be good. Based on one of these things I'm seeing, it suggests that eyed zander are the best like combination of XP and cash at this map. So the eyed and the zander, which I guess we could put in some small minnows. It looks like several of the other fish do come in on small minnows, so we could maybe just try small minnows for a couple minutes, just see what we catch on it. Put a little bit bigger hook, perhaps. So goby, perch, common roach trophy, and then 2 trophy bream. So it looks like with this hook size, we are getting a high percentage of trophies. I wonder if the bite rate in general might be a little better if we backed off that size a little bit, but I don't know if that's worthwhile or not. Is that going to be the wax worms again? I mean, so far the bite rate of these two baits have been almost identical, to the point where, at least in this early stage, it would be impossible for me to say one is better than the other. So I guess we got a nibble, but not an actual fish on yet. I don't really want to spin fish, if I'm being frank. I mean, we could do it one more time, just see if we get another perch, but it would have been much better if I had brought float, I think. Although I don't even know what we would catch on float here. This seems like such a bottom fishing map, unless you're wanting to target zander, maybe. So let's get our trophy goby. That's cool. That's worth 16 instead of whatever the last one was, 11. Let's go ahead and try a 1 hook with small minnows. Now, for some of the fish here, I could see going deep, and I guess that's what we'll try first. I would also say, though, that there are pike here, and I would just imagine that if we wanted to catch a pike, we'd put it right in front of the reeds here, pretty close to the shore. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we get anything on small minnows here. Wow, that was quick. Quick bite on the small minnows. Really curious what this will be. Decent sized fish, whatever it is. Oh, look at there, it's an eyed. That's a decent size too, and that's not even a trophy. So yeah, I don't think I would want to go for a really big eyed, especially not on the smaller feeder setup I have. Wait, did we just finish a mission without even tracking it? I guess I didn't realize that happens. It makes sense that that does happen, but I don't know that I realized it did. Zander, northern pike, eel, and mullet. So like the harder fish to catch, I'm guessing. Okay, maybe more roach size. Hopefully not goby size. Hopefully it's at least roach size. But we should be able to tell in a minute. Yeah, that looks like a roach. Well, just since we can, let's try maggots on there. I think there's fish that like mayfly here as well. Oh, that was eyed. I remember seeing that eyed like mayflies. So we caught that eyed on small minnows, but perhaps we could also target them with mayflies if you wanted to. But I like small minnows because when you first start fishing on a map, a lot of times you'll see so many different fish, especially predators. Even if it's not like trophy size or whatever, will be active on the small minnows. It's an expensive bait to do that kind of testing on, but most of the fish you catch on small minnows are at least worth something anyway. So I'm not sure how the lure got drift like so far down there, but it did. I don't know, did I bring any other? Oh yeah, I do have another very similar lure, just a different color. Don't know that we necessarily need it at the bottom. Oh my goodness. Did this ever? Okay. Doesn't matter. We probably had a little perch on or something. But we'll take what's on the small minnows. Let's have a look at this. Huh. I'm going to say this is another maybe healthy eyed. Not necessarily a trophy, but it's a healthy one, right? If it is an eyed. Oh, I missed it. Did it jump? Oh, that's an eel. We've got to release that. We have to release the eel. We don't want to get fined. I guess we still get the XP for it, but... Yeah, so we did have a little perch or something on here, but with the other, with the feeder rod going off, I just missed it. It does give us a little something to do while we're waiting on the next fish on feeder. I don't really see... I was trying to decide if there's anything we want to change our bait to, and I really don't see anything. What do we have on this? Just maggots? Regular maggots, right? Yeah. Oh, both lines have a fish on? Alright, can we shuffle it? Let's see how good of a shuffler we are. Alright, this is something small, so we just... We don't want to risk losing this fish for that small one, right? I actually don't mind if the... Although I am curious what it is, I guess. We know that the one on maggots is probably a bream. Oh, let's don't miss that one. Alright, we're still good. I'm going to try to bring this one in really quick. We've got it within 15. As long as there's no slack in the other one, I think we're okay. Just shuffle it on in. So this was a perch on the small minnows. Guess I could have maybe figured that out. Ooh. Yikes. I think the way we have this set up, our reel is slightly... is the weak point in our setup, which is... That's obviously something you can really get punished for in RF4. I don't know... Not sure that we're going to get punished for that in this instance, but still not ideal. Still not ideal. All right, so I'm really, and this is a what looks to be a nice looking bream there, as long as we don't break our reel here. Oh, it's a unique bream. So look at that, 379. Also worth noting, the first unique we caught was on the maggots. That is pretty cool. All right, so here's the deal. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Let's go ahead and leave the map. And let's see how we did. So we don't have premium. 1100. Obviously, we would need to do that for a couple of days to make up for the price of the license and the travel. But we didn't come anywhere near to filling our fish net. So I think 2 days worth of fishing here and we would have been making good money. You know, obviously it's probably not going to be as efficient as some of the most efficient maps, but it's clear that it's still fun and possible to progress here. Just might have to be a little bit more patient. I wish, and maybe this is something I can do on my main account, to come back and actually use ground bait that feels like it could be helping the bite rate with bream. Do some some testing with that. I think that would be really fun. And that's just kind of where I'm leaning. We'll see. I, reserve the right to change my mind, and I'll read comments and stuff. But I just am more and more thinking about getting on my main account for these Fishing Planet Friday episodes, because I'd love to go really do some experimentation at the Weeping Willows and do some carp fishing. I haven't done that in a long time. That's just a lot of fun. One of the more fun activities in Fishing Planet, I think. And do more of the feeder fishing, even the lower level stuff that I just never got to do on my main account. There's plenty of opportunities. I mean, I'm just not even sure how much, if ever, I've actually fished in Italy in this game. Fished at Tuba. I mean, we have Tuba in RF4. What's it like Tuba in Fishing Planet? So there's so many opportunities. We'll see. Again, I'll kind of think about it, but whether we have another one of these specific episodes on this account or not, it's always my privilege to be able to put these out, and certainly I appreciate all the support, as I mentioned in the beginning. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Tight lines, everybody.